can't help but notice when you're talking with Jack Flaherty, the similarities, intensity, size, success. What about your connection to Jack?
Well, I think that it started early on. He was one of the guys that I met when I first started this role. So it's fun to watch him grow and develop and turn into the pro that he's becoming. He's got a long ways to go in rounding himself out as truly what he could be as a leader in the clubhouse on and off the field. And his intensity, his drive to be great, his hard work, all those things that take a guy to that elite level is something you see in Jack. And and it's kind of neat because you see Wayno come from it, and now you got Jack who's following Wayno's footsteps, and Wayno's doing a great job leading and showing these young guys what it looks like to be a true pro. And that's what's really neat about our organization, is you got these guys that continue to set the way and set the path, that show you. They don't have to tell you, they show you how to work and how to be a pro.
How does he get better than .91 second half ERA last season?
Yeah, I mean, I think that numbers are irrelevant. It's getting developed. How does he get better? It's getting developed as a true all-around professional in all areas and all facets of the game. He probably will never get better than a .91 ERA. I mean, I don't think the expectation of him is that he should go out and have to be better than that. He has to go out and be the same Jack Flaherty that he was last year that got him to that position, and that was that he was focused, committed to what he was doing, committed to his work, and committed to competing. And no matter what happens, you get Jack Flaherty in that spot. You get any of these guys in that spot, and you free them up and allow them just to go perform and compete. That's where their talent's going to come out, and they're going to allow them to go out and win ball games. And that's what happened with Jack. That second half of the season last year was, I think, he was just freer than he ever was. He was allowed to compete, and he was able to produce.
Very few people had any confidence that Adam Wainwright would come back. He wins 14, 2 great postseason starts. Were you surprised?
I think everybody had their doubts early on, from the year before, and not that if he was healthy, was he going to be able to do it? It's just that was he going to be healthy enough to do it? And, the thing about Adam is we know that he's prepared. We know that he's going to be ready to go and give everything that he's got. And then coming into last season, you saw those first few games start going, and I think it finally got to the point. I remember having a conversation with him. He kept having to try to tell people that he was okay to prove himself, and he didn't have to prove himself anymore. Everybody understood that he was healthy. Everybody understood who he was, and just now you just go out and compete. Just go compete and stop trying to prove yourself that you're okay and that you're healthy and you're not going to get hurt. Just go compete. And I think again allowed a little bit of more freedom for him to go out and compete, and instead of trying to worry and concern himself with what everybody else is thinking about him.
Final couple thoughts. You spent some time with Yadier Molina today. Are you amazed after 2,000 games, headed to the Hall of Fame, that he's out here catching every bullpen? What do you think makes this guy tick?
Again, am I amazed? No. This guy has been a true professional again since the time he stepped on the field, and you think about the people that tutored him, and Albert, and how he watched and how he took control of his own career, right? He took his own control of who he wanted to ultimately be. Excuse me, the talent was there, the ability was there. Who do you want to be? And he started learning who he was as a pro. And, does it surprise me he's still doing it to this day? No. You look at him, he takes care of himself. He works harder than anybody on the field. He loves the game. He has passion to be great. And he still has passion to be great. And there's nothing different about Yadier Molina now than there was when he first stepped on the field. However, what is it, 13, 14 years ago, whenever it was. There's nothing different about him. He does the exact same things. He's just, a touch more experience.
Last thought, how do you satiate your competition high? You don't compete anymore. Where is it now? How do you compete? Aren't you a competition junkie in a sense?
Yeah, so when I first retired, I tried to find different ways to do that, and what I realized was there is no such thing. You're not going to find ways to compete the way that we competed out here. So I just, to be honest with you, it took me a few years to let it go. My competitiveness is in myself and holding myself at a high standard and making sure that each and every day I try to impact somebody. But the actual physical competition, you're not going to find pitching in Game 7 or Game 5 or even in a spring training game, the competition level anywhere else outside of this game. So I stopped looking for it.